GDPR, regardless of where you are in the world, if you're doing business within the EU, right, you are going to be subject to GDPR because it covers the rights of European citizens.
Sure, if you're handling the data of a European citizen, that's true. I think if you're in a business where that's not such a big issue for you, maybe the challenges are not so rigorous, but then there's things like Privacy Shield that are there designed to protect that movement of data from one country to another, particularly for the US, obviously. Do you think that affects how data's managed in some way?
Yeah, of course it does. I mean, the one constant, right, is that legislation changes, and I think we're in interesting times where we've got volatile political situations going off. So I think any organisation that is collecting data in any given region, anywhere, standard practice should be that it is easily portable, detachable from whatever system it's put in, and it's also redactable as well. So you can make that personal information a lot less personal. Right. That makes sense?
Yep. I think that Privacy Shield is about protection. So how do you make sure that the criteria for good protection of data, as GDPR dictates, is there in any country? Can you import-export data knowing that it's safe?
Yeah, I mean that's always going to be a consideration, right? The exploitation of data. Yeah, the one underlying is you can solve a lot of problems in the world today by encryption.
Right.
If it's encrypted, you can't intercept it. You can't work with it, and therefore, what was a human being now turns into an undecipherable unless you've got the key set of characters. But again, I also think it's the way that we architect data. So if you build a system where all we're keeping is actually the record rather than the individual.
Yeah.
You redact it online. So again, you're blanking out the personal bits. That's the ultimate protection. Most countries will say you cannot export personal data on our citizens. Depersonalizing it means you can move the data, right?
Okay, but is the solution not to manage it in country?
I think it would be, but you try and get that right where you centralize it in one place. That's why the cloud providers are building data centers in every different country that have these regulations. So I think sovereignty is always going to be an issue. But my viewpoint is about making it portable, detachable, and redactable. And the way you make it portable or detachable is by redacting it. Right. Then you get away from all of the personal information. Depersonalize it, it's portable.
Okay, and portability being one of the requirements of GDPR, absolutely. Yeah.